Animated light particles visually represent the essence of being. These particles converge to form a human silhouette. This silhouette symbolizes the foundational aspects of human existence. The visual formation represents the connection to the nervous system. The nervous system is the fundamental structure supporting choice. It is not merely a biological system. It plays a crucial role in decision-making. It is essential for agency. Agency refers to the capacity to act independently and make free choices. Therefore, the nervous system enables our ability to choose. The nervous system state directly influences the capacity for conscious decision-making. Regulation of the nervous system enables a pause before reaction. This pause allows for conscious choices rather than automatic responses. Therefore, a regulated nervous system is fundamental to personal freedom and autonomy. This animation visually represents the transition from a dysregulated to a regulated state. A slow-moving neural network is depicted initially. The network's activity gradually decreases. This symbolizes a calming or stabilizing process within the system. The animation softens into calm light. This visual cue reinforces the concept of achieving a regulated and balanced state. The nervous system is responsible for sensing stimuli from the environment. It also coordinates responses to these stimuli, enabling appropriate actions. Integration is another key function, organizing sensory inputs and responses. This organization ensures safety and awareness within the environment. Sensory transduction is the process by which stimuli are converted into electrical signals. In the case of touch, mechanical pressure is transformed into a neural signal. This neural signal is then transmitted through the nervous system as an electrical impulse. The sensation of touch is ultimately represented as a pattern of light signals within the brain. A limb's movement is a direct response to a stimulus. This response demonstrates the nervous system's role. The nervous system initiates physical actions. These actions are based on sensory information received. The stimulus triggers a chain of neurological events. This results in the limb's movement as a reaction. Neural mesh syncing illustrates the nervous system's integration process. This integration combines various sensory inputs. The nervous system processes these inputs simultaneously. This synchronized processing results in a unified experience. The neural mesh represents the interconnected network, facilitating this integration. Therefore, neural mesh syncing is crucial for cohesive sensory perception. A regulated nervous system enables a pause mechanism. This pause creates a buffer between stimulus and response. The buffer allows for conscious thought and evaluation. This evaluation facilitates choice in responding to stimuli. Choice expands the range of possible actions. Expanded choice restores a sense of free will and agency. The timeline illustrates the progression of regulation through distinct phases. The initial phase is characterized by a state of dysregulation. Following dysregulation, the system transitions into a phase of active regulation. The regulation phase is subsequently followed by a pause. The pause allows for assessment and recalibration. Finally, the process culminates in a phase of choice, indicating potential adjustments or adaptations. Nervous system regulation involves physiological changes that promote a state of calm. These changes are reflected in the slowing and smoothing of vital signs. Heartbeat lines visually represent the rate and rhythm of the heart. Slowing heartbeat lines indicate a reduction in heart rate. Breath lines illustrate the depth and pace of respiration. Smoother breath lines signify a more relaxed and controlled breathing pattern. Dysregulation significantly restricts an individual's range of potential actions. This narrowing effect limits the available options in a given situation. Consequently, the capacity for deliberate and conscious decision-making is reduced. The individual's ability to choose thoughtfully among alternatives is compromised. Stress, overwhelm, and trauma can disrupt the normal function of the nervous system. This disruption leads to a state of dysregulation. Dysregulation involves a loss of the natural pause response in the nervous system. The pause response is crucial for thoughtful decision-making. Dysregulation diminishes the capacity to consciously choose one's reactions. This can result in impulsive or reactive behaviors. Dysregulation is visually represented through animation. Tight lines symbolize the constricted physical sensations. Jagged pulses illustrate the energetic experience of imbalance. Contracted imagery further emphasizes the feeling of dysregulation. These visual elements combine to depict the overall experience of dysregulation. Nervous system dysregulation refers to an impaired ability to modulate and manage responses to stress. Dysregulation can manifest in various ways, affecting emotional, behavioral, and physiological states. The fight response involves aggression or confrontation as a reaction to perceived threats. The flight response entails escaping or avoiding situations that trigger anxiety or fear. The freeze response results in immobility or shutdown in the face of overwhelming stress. These responses are common indicators of a nervous system struggling to maintain equilibrium. Dysregulation can lead to a diminished capacity for pausing before reacting. The equation loss of pause equals loss of choice highlights this relationship. A reduced ability to pause directly impacts one's capacity to make considered decisions. This emphasizes the importance of emotional regulation in maintaining autonomy and control over choices. The body's sensory experiences often register before conscious thought. Somatic sensations play a primary role in signaling safety or danger. This highlights the body's capacity to remember experiences at a sensory level. The body's memory can influence reactions and behaviors before cognitive awareness. Somatic sensation involves the body's ability to detect internal and external signals. A body scan visualizes the process of how these somatic signals are detected. It also illustrates how these signals are processed within the nervous system. This processing leads to conscious awareness of bodily states. Therefore, a body scan provides insight into the mechanisms of somatic sensation. Somatic nervous system pathways facilitate communication between the body and the brain. These pathways are responsible for transmitting sensory information from the body's periphery to the central nervous system. They also carry motor commands from the brain to skeletal muscles. This allows for voluntary control of movement. The pathways consist of afferent, sensory, and efferent motor nerve fibers. The flow of information is crucial for responding to external stimuli and maintaining bodily functions. Somatic awareness involves the body's role in nervous system regulation. The process begins with the body as the initial point of awareness. The body then generates a signal based on its internal state or external stimuli. This signal is transmitted to the nervous system for processing. The nervous system interprets the signal and initiates a regulatory response. This sequence highlights the body's direct influence on nervous system regulation through sensory input. The Tolva Codex introduces a core practice for restoring regulation. This practice is structured as a sequence of 3 actions. The first action is to pause, creating a moment of stillness. Following the pause, the next action is to breathe mindfully. The final action involves notice, which is to observe one's internal state and surroundings. Inhalation marks a phase of active intake. This process is metaphorically associated with the growth of light. The increase in light represents the absorption of energy. Inhaling also signifies the expansion of awareness. The pause represents a temporary cessation of activity or motion. It allows for a moment of stillness and reflection. During a pause, elements can settle and stabilize. This settling can be both literal and metaphorical. The pause facilitates integration of previous actions or information. It serves as a transitional state, allowing for a shift in focus or direction. Exhalation is a phase of the breathing cycle focused on releasing air from the lungs. This process involves the diaphragm relaxing and the chest cavity decreasing in size. Symbolically, exhalation represents the act of letting go of tension and stress. The release of breath mirrors the release of emotional and physical burdens. A breath animation is used as a visual aid. The animation is synced with the narrator's voice during pause practice. This synchronization enhances the user's understanding. It provides a clear visual cue for breathing exercises. Agency is not something to be acquired. Instead, agency is something to be recovered. This perspective suggests an inherent capacity for agency. This inherent capacity can be restored. The focus shifts from gaining agency to reclaiming it. The nervous system serves as the foundational structure for agency. It is analogous to soil, which supports the growth of plants. In this context, agency refers to an individual's capacity for independent action. The nervous system provides the necessary biological infrastructure. This infrastructure enables the processing of information and the execution of decisions. Therefore, a healthy nervous system is crucial for developing and exercising personal power. Agency and sovereignty are concepts that develop over time. This development can be visualized as a plant growing from a seed. The seed represents the initial potential for agency. As the plant grows, it gains strength and independence. This growth symbolizes the increasing capacity for self-determination. Full bloom represents the complete realization of agency and sovereignty. The equation, regulation equals soil, pause equals water, choice equals growth, presents a metaphorical relationship. Regulation is equated to soil, implying a foundational constraint or structure. Pause is likened to water, suggesting a necessary element for nurturing. Choice is equated to growth, indicating that selection drives development. This implies that regulation provides the necessary structure for growth. Strategic pauses, like water, are essential for nurturing and facilitating growth. Daily nervous system literacy enhances self-regulation. It also increases the capacity for making conscious choices. Increased regulation allows for better emotional control. Enhanced choice empowers individuals to respond thoughtfully. Survival mode is a state of heightened physiological and psychological arousal. It is triggered by perceived threats, whether real or imagined. Recognizing when you're in survival mode is the first step to managing it. Self-awareness involves noticing the physical and emotional signs of dysregulation. These signs may include increased heart rate, rapid breathing, or feelings of anxiety. Daily practice of this awareness can help you regain control and respond more effectively. Prioritize nervous system regulation as a daily practice. Focus on proactive management rather than reactive responses. Choose regulatory practices to maintain a balanced state. This approach fosters a sense of control and stability. Consistent regulation minimizes impulsive reaction. Slow breathing is a regulation technique. It can be practiced daily. The technique involves slowing your breath for 60 seconds. This provides a quick and accessible method for self-regulation. Placing a hand on the chest can serve as a grounding technique. This gesture provides a sense of physical connection and presence. The gentle pressure can be comforting during moments of stress or anxiety. It acts as a self-soothing mechanism, promoting emotional stability. This simple act can be incorporated into daily routines for enhanced well-being. Grounding touch is a technique to connect physically with the present moment. This involves using physical touch to anchor oneself in the current surroundings. It helps to reduce feelings of anxiety or being overwhelmed. By focusing on tactile sensations, it redirects attention from internal thoughts to external reality. Grounding touch can be practiced daily to enhance mindfulness and presence. Labeling sensations involves consciously identifying and naming the physical feelings you experience. This practice enhances your awareness of bodily signals. It helps you understand the connection between your body and your emotions. Regularly labeling sensations can improve your ability to recognize and respond to your body's needs. This technique promotes a deeper understanding of your overall well-being. Visual reinforcement employs icons to enhance memorability. Quick animations are used to illustrate key tips. The visual aids make the tips easier to follow. This approach enhances learning through visual memorization. The nervous system should be viewed as a guide, not an adversary. Reframing this relationship is crucial for understanding its function. The nervous system provides feedback and signals about the body's state. It helps navigate and respond to internal and external stimuli. Understanding this perspective can improve overall well-being. Regulation of the nervous system leads to positive outcomes. Effective regulation creates a sense of openness. This openness can be interpreted as expanded opportunities. The world metaphorically opens with a regulated nervous system. The video concludes by emphasizing the importance of pausing. This pause provides an opportunity for reflection. Following the pause, viewers are prompted to make a choice. This choice reinforces the video's core theme. The ending aims to solidify the central message in the viewer's mind. The phrase, pause, choose, sovereignty, encapsulates the core message. Pause suggests a moment of reflection before action. Choose highlights the agency and decision-making power. Sovereignty emphasizes the ultimate authority and control. Together, these words underscore the importance of deliberate, autonomous governance. Warm light is characterized by its expansion and diffusion. This expansion creates a visual sense of spaciousness. The diffusion of warm light contributes to a feeling of softness. Together, these qualities evoke a sense of peace. The overall effect suggests possibility and openness. An end card appears at the conclusion of a video. Its primary function is to prompt viewers to take further action. A common action is encouraging viewers to subscribe for more content. Another action is to follow the channel or platform for updates. Tolva's Codex. Where freedom begins is a phrase used to reinforce the brand message. This tagline encapsulates the core values and mission of Tolva's Codex. It suggests that the brand is associated with the concept of freedom. The phrase serves as a memorable and concise representation of the brand's identity. The animation features a diagram of the nervous system. The diagram is designed to visually represent a state of calmness. The animation is looped, creating a continuous and soothing effect. The breathing effect simulates a relaxed physiological state. This visual aid is intended to promote relaxation. It serves as an end card, providing a calming conclusion. Ambient music utilizes specific tones to evoke a sense of calm. The music emphasizes ambient sounds to create an immersive experience. Slow tempos are essential in ambient compositions to promote relaxation. Warm tones are preferred for their soothing and comforting qualities. These elements combine to produce a tranquil atmosphere. The overall effect is designed to reduce stress and enhance mindfulness. Maintaining a smooth viewing experience is crucial for audience engagement. Sharp transitions can disrupt the flow and create a jarring effect. In music and visual media, avoid abrupt changes in tempo or scene. Peaceful and gradual transitions enhance overall enjoyment and comprehension. The color palette should aim to evoke feelings of calm and well-being. Gold tones are incorporated to suggest warmth and luxury. Soft blue hues are included to promote tranquility and peace. Warm neutral colors serve as a grounding element, providing balance. The combination of these colors creates a harmonious and soothing visual experience. Slow motion involves manipulating the playback speed of video footage. This technique creates a visually immersive experience for the viewer. Slow zooms are used to gradually shift the viewer's focus. Soft fades provide smooth transitions between scenes or elements. The combination of slow zooms and soft fades enhances the gentle quality of the visual narrative. Gentle light pulses are incorporated to introduce subtle movement. These pulses add visual interest to the design. The effect is designed to be non-jarring and visually pleasing. This technique enhances the overall aesthetic without overwhelming the viewer.